Hello, Andrea.
Hi Otis, and welcome to our viewers here. We are joining you from the Dunes Mall today for the 142nd episode of Erongo Talk, your favorite show.
And today we celebrate how appropriate Christmas card day.
Yes, we're in the festive season, Otis.
Exactly.
We're in the festive season.
Yes. So we're going to bring you the news, the weather, the tides, and Glenda Manthe-Globler, Relationships Manager of NMH, chats to Graeme Mouton, the MD of Pick and Pay Namibia, about celebrating Women's Day on 10 December.
Yes. Now tomorrow is Human Rights Day, and we also celebrate Women's Day as well.
Yes.
And then we're also going to update you what's going to happen here at the Dunes Mall over the festive season. So they have loads and loads of stuff happening right here. So please stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
Yo, Leandria, can you believe it's a year ago that we
said on this, yes.
Yes, time flies.
Definitely time
And I think
flies.
in the midst of COVID it went.
Yes, even faster.
Yes.
It went even faster.
Yes.
It was like it's January, February, March, COVID, December.
Yes, exactly. So, but on a serious note, a grandfather of 67, accused of raping his granddaughter, 13-year-old girl, made his first court appearance in the Walvis Bay Magistrate Court on Monday. He was denied bail by Magistrate John Sindano. The accused, who is a well-known community member, cannot be named in order to protect the identity of his granddaughter. And he was arrested on Friday.
Yes.
He allegedly raped his granddaughter, who lives in the same house with him, on numerous occasions between March 2020 and November 2020. So representing the state prosecutor, Fidel Wakudumo, said that the offense was quite serious and of a serious nature.
Yes, so basically the prosecutor said it's not in the public interest to release the accused on bail. The victim is only 13 years old. They are related to each other and they live in the same house where this happened.
And yes. So lawyer Ray Rukoro, who represented the accused, indicated that the necessary arrangements for bail will be made.
Yes.
And Magistrate Sandano postponed the case to the 3rd of February to allow for further investigations.
Yes.
So in another separate incident, a father, 48, accused of raping his biological daughter, 5, also made his first court appearance in Swakopmund Magistrates Court. So the accused, who is also a well-known figure in the community, was charged with rape, read with provisions of the Domestic Violence Act. He appeared before Magistrate Conchita Olivier and was also denied bail.
Yes.
And this case was postponed to the 15th of December for a formal bail application. Yes.
Absolutely just terrible to think about a 13-year-old and a 5-year-old being raped by people that they trust.
Yes.
And
they protect us.
Exactly. And when you think about the fact that it's well-known people in the community as well, people that are involved in the community as well, it just breaks your heart even more.
I think in light of celebrating Women's Day tomorrow, we as men should actually acknowledge and appreciate women every single day of our lives.
Yes,
you know?
definitely.
Yes.
Now, moving on, the Chief Executive Officer of Seaflower Pelagic Processing, Adrian Louw, has called on President Hage Geingob to intervene in order for the company to be awarded further horse mackerel quotas. Now, Seaflower only received a quota for 16,000 tons in May and an additional 9,000 tons later this year, despite the expectation that it would receive its full quota of 50,000 tons. Now, Louw said it would be ideal for the ratio of horse mackerel to be at 70% for wet, that's land-based facilities, in comparison for 30% for freeze, that's vessel-based facilities, as stated in the National Development Plan 5, the NDP 5.
Yes, now Louw said at the media conference, we would like to ask President Hage Geingob to intervene in order for the country to regain investor confidence and for the sake of the workers.
Now, one of the NDP5's strategies and desired outcomes is increased value addition and investment for onshore processes by 2020. Now, this includes the introduction of a 70%, 30% ratio for horse mackerel to further increase the proportion of fish value added onshore. Now, currently the ratio stands at 70%, 30% in favor of freeze facilities. Now, upon inquiry, the Minister of Fisheries and Marine Resources, Dr. Albert Kawana, said that government is currently working on a new national developmental plan to re-strategize the proportion of fish added onshore.
Yes, and the minister added that those figures are from an old document. So he said when he arrived as a minister, the ratio was 70% to 30% in favor of freeze facilities. And we are currently working on NDP 6.
So we're moving forward. Yes. Kawana added that the National Planning Commission is responsible for drafting the document and would know when it will be introduced.
Yeah. So with this document, government aims to ensure its objective to reach a 70%, 30% ratio in favor of wet facilities in order to value addition to occur and ultimately create more jobs.
Now, according to Lau, CEO of Sea Flower, after a number of deputy ministers were invited by Erongo Governor Neville Andre to visit the region, they agreed that something was amiss with the company not receiving quotas.
And then he said that our last resort is to take our plight to the president.
Yeah, the highest office here in the country. Now, he added that the Minister of Public Enterprises, that's Leon Jooste, visited the factory and was impressed by the facility. Now, to date, Sea Flower has recorded losses of up to 100 Namibia million dollars. Now, these losses will accrue if the company is not awarded its quota of 50,000 tons of horse mackerel per year. Now, more than 5,000 Namibians applied for a job at the company, and it is understood that an estimated 1,100 would have been employed if Sea Flower received its quota. Now, the Sea Flower pelagic processing facility consists of 3 manufacturing units, namely a cannery, freezing plant and a fish meal plant. Now, for freezer facilities, 50 Namibians can be employed for every 25,000 tons, while for wet facilities, vessel combined with onshore facility, 700 can be employed for the same tonnage. Now, thus, more full-time workers can be employed at a wet facility than at a freeze facility. Now, over 600 Sea Flower employees were retrenched this year. Now, Lau said although Minister Kawana promised that they would be re-employed, this has not happened. Now, in a telephonic interview, Kawana confirmed that 180 workers have been absorbed by Namsoft and Tunaco. Now, Sea Flower is a joint venture between Fishco, which owns 40%, and African Selection Fishing Namibia, which is 60%, which was formed in 2017.
And then moving on, Dunes Mall Walvis Bay is expanding their current operations with ongoing construction near the parking area that will soon see a service station materialize. Yeah, the mall is also hosting various events during the festive season and welcoming new tenants on board.
Yeah, exciting stuff.
So according to Center Manager Andre Diederiks, the mall will be welcoming Engine Service Station along with a quick stop by March 21.
Yeah, no, basically Diederiks said that the land is being leased to Engine and the facility is scheduled to be up and running by 1 March if all goes according to plan.
Good news, good news. So the area across the road from the mall was sold to Van der Walt Transport, and this company is in the process of constructing a truck port, which is more good news.
Exactly, and it's directly next to the Weybridge.
Good, excellent news. So yes, to cement its place in the community, Dunes Mall established a social zone with the first ever 5-a-side soccer tournament being hosted in collaboration with the Walvis Bay Urban Constituency Office here on Saturday.
Yes. Now, basically, Diederiks explained that the idea is to get the community involved with activities at the mall aside from just shopping. So they would like to host volleyball, touch rugby tournaments, or any beach sports activities at the social zone. Now, one of their food court tenants who have the license to sell will ensure that food and drinks will be available to everyone to enjoy.
Cool, very cool. So Diederiks also said that the social zone will soon boast a tiki bar.
Yes. So basically they would like to give the idea of being at the beach while you're at the mall. So for some of us, we can't go to the beach or whatever.
Yes.
So they'd like to give shoppers an opportunity to kick off their shoes and enjoy some sports with a refreshing drink in their hand.
Very nice. So the mall will also be hosting an open market on 12th December with live music by local artist Monique Jooste. A Christmas night market takes place on 22nd and 23rd December. All stalls are available to local entrepreneurs. Local entrepreneurs at no charge. Good news, more good news. And however, they need to book their spot ahead.
Yes.
So the marketing manager, Lorette Koen, said that the annual color run hosted on 19 December will be bigger and better than ever.
Yes, now you remember it was so much fun last year because we had the kids running around here in the mall parking, and we had some of the people running outside of the mall. So what they decided to do this year is they mapped up a longer route to Dune 7th for those of who say in Afrikaans die lang asems. But I wat so 'n bietjie wil verder hardloop. So the little ones will have their designated space in the mall parking area to enjoy themselves. So the idea with the color run is you run and throw each other with some color powder.
It was fun, eh? I saw the clips of last year. So to keep the festivities going, Dunes Mall will also be open on the 1st of January from 9 to 1 o'clock.
Yes, this is the first time for them as well. Now traders have the choice to be open on Christmas Day. Now that is the tenants in the mall. They can decide if they want to be open for Christmas Day or not.
Okay, and then the mall has and will soon welcome new tenants to enhance shoppers' experience. So these new tenants include Desert Mist Vaping, a KFC sit-down eatery, as well as a new shop catering for camping gear and 4x4 accessories.
Yes.
Yeah, so according to Diederiks, they are currently in talks with the Namibia Taxi and Bus Association to reach an amicable solution concerning taxi fares charged by operators to the mall.
No, I think that will be some good news because I know it's about $24 to pay up until here at the mall. So if they can reach some our solution, more shoppers.
Yes, more money to spend.
Exactly, more money to spend. Now and then finally, thanks to the private company Owata Orara and several other individuals, senior citizens and needy farmers in the Daures area can look forward to a Christmas meal again.
Yes, this year has been difficult for the elderly and farmers in this area who, besides the drought, are also struggling with COVID-19, said Amingo Honep, who runs the project together with the former mayor of Hotels Bay, Herman Honep.
Maybe there's relation.
They are.
Maybe they are. Now last year, Owata Orara also lent a helping hand to the elderly who live at Klaasenkamp. This village is located at the intersection of the gravel roads C36 and D2306. Now that's the Omaruru Okambai Uis area.
So most of the Daures rural households have been hit by the drought since 2016. And they are led by elders and poor, vulnerable members of the community who no longer depend on their livestock. However, many no longer have any animals and survive on the state pension.
That's terrible. Now, to bring some joy to the residents, Owata Orara has undertaken to organize a Christmas meal on 27 December. Now, in addition, there will be a church service and the festivities will conclude with a small soccer tournament. Now, the destitute in the community can look forward to food parcels donated by private individuals. Now, seniors at Spitskop will also benefit from the project. Now, I think we can just take something from that. If you have something to give to your neighbor, because I know our mayor, our newly elected mayor, Trevino Forbes, also said that the Mayor's Day of Unity, like, if you know your neighbor is suffering and you can help, please help. Reach out, exactly. That's the whole idea of Christmas and during this festive season.
Share
exactly. Share what you have. And I know it's been a terrible year, but I know, but we
need to be there for one another.
Exactly. So, but you can check out these stories and so much more on our website at www.erongo.com.na. That's www.erongo.com.na.
Good day. Graeme Mouton, who is the MD of Pick n Pay Namibia. We are very honoured to have you in studio. Thank you for taking time out of your busy diary and meeting with us.
No, thank you, Glenda, for inviting me.
It is a pleasure. So this is the second year that Pick n Pay has made a commitment to honour, commemorate Namibian women. So Namibian Women's Day is tomorrow. Graeme, tell me, why is women so important to Pick n Pay?
Glenda, firstly, women is the heartbeat of our business. They're the bond in every family. If you look at women behind every successful family, there's a strong woman orchestrating everything and doesn't always get the recognition.
Absolutely. And yes, being a woman myself, I value that it is recognized. And obviously there's a lot of women out there that feel that they do need to be recognized. So thank you for that. Tell me, how many people do Pick n Pay employ, and how many women are involved in that number?
Pick n Pay currently employs around 1,700 employees, of which 2/3 are women. And out of that 2/3, 20% of them are in management positions within Pick n Pay.
That's very impressive.
Yeah, they're the backbone of Pick n Pay as well. So.
Fantastic. Graeme, so you said that, sorry, how many women are in management positions? Did you say 20%?
20% of females that we employ
are
in management positions.
Fantastic. Tell me something, or tell our viewers, what is the most important piece of advice you'd like to give a woman thinking of starting a career in retail, seeing that there's this bond with women and Pick n Pay honouring? If somebody wants to enter into the retail world, what advice would you give to a woman starting a career?
Firstly, let's start by saying some of our best store managers are women. So, which means there's a lot of potential. And I think if it comes down to women, it's their caring attitude, their emotional connection that really unlock the potential of all the employees within Pick n Pay. And that's what makes them so successful. And starting off in Pick n Pay, women is also, they've got the persistence. Retail is not an easy environment, but we see women progressing through the ranks very easily as well.
Fantastic. And I know that there is this awesome video that has been put together for honouring women in Namibia, which is also Human Rights Day tomorrow. So check the video, and I think you'll be touched. Thank you, Pick n Pay. Thank you, Graeme, for joining me in studio today. What a pleasure.
Thank you, Glenda.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Saam met my hier is Andre Diederiks. Nou, hy is die center manager hier van Dunes Mall. Hoe gaan dit vandag saam met jou, Andre?
Baie goed, dankie. En welkom julle.
Baie dankie, Andre. Dit is altyd so lekker om hier by julle te kuier. Nou, Andre, julle het 'n verskeidenheid van goed wat hierdie Desember maand gaan gebeur hier by Dunes Mall. Nou, hierdie naweek skop julle af met die Five-a-side sokker toernee. En dit is ook in collaboration met die Urban Constituency kantoor hier. Vertel vir ons 'n bietjie wat gaan daar gebeur.
Oorspronklik sou dit inskrywing wees, $500 inskryf, maar ons het besluit om dit free te doen, sodat dit meer spanne kan trek en dat ons meer mense kan inkry om deel te neem daaraan. So dit is nou Saterdag. So dit begin 9:00 in die oggend. Ons hoop om soveel as moontlik spanne in te kry en almal is welkom wat nog steeds wil inskryf. Natuurlik gaan hier 'n paar spanne van die mall self wees. Laat ons kyk of ons julle kan 'n bietjie tokkel daarso.
Lekker.
So dit is wat ons gaan doen, ja.
Awesome. Nou vir die van julle wat nou wonder nou waar gaan hierdie toernooi gebeur? Die Dunes Mall span was so oulik geweest dat hulle spesiaal 'n social zone gemaak het. Vertel vir ons van die social zone en waar presies dit is hier by die mall.
Ja, dit is ons eie staf se idee wat ons gedoen het. Lorette natuurlik, die marketing manager. Ek en sy en Christo het collaborate. So dit is daar die oop vlak daar langs aan game. So ons het duinsand daar opgegooi. Mooi duinsand, tyres rondom die vlak gesit. En so ons gaan beoog om verskillende sportaktiwiteite soos volleybal, rugby, alles natuurlik met die beach idee en alles natuurlik mini.
Ja.
Die in die toekoms gaan ons ook 'n tiki bar daar opsit. So ons gaan daar gaan nog baie verwikkelinge kom.
Awesome.
Ja.
Nou sê gou vir my Andre, is die inskrywings nog oop vir hierdie naweek se toernooi en dan verstaan ek is daar ook 'n market wat gebeur.
Die inskrywings is oop natuurlik, ja. Ons het ook ons night market, Kersaand night market, waar dit verskillende mense kom koffers bak vir al goede wat hulle self bak en so aan en handgemaakte goedes. So natuurlik dit is vir net so ons is iets wat ons vir die community doen om hulle goed te kom uitstal by ons.
En dan net finaal Andre, ek weet julle het so 'n bietjie julle se ure ook getweak. So vertel vir die mense wat nou hier wil bietjie kom shop oor hierdie Desember maand, wanneer gaan julle oop wees en wanneer gaan julle nie oop wees nie?
Ja, natuurlik die rede hoekom ons die ure verleng is natuurlik om die mense wat deur die dag werk meer kans aan die aan te gee. So van die 14de tot die 23ste begin ons festive ure, so dit is van 9 tot 9 in die aand.
Lekker.
So mense kan hulle hoef nie te jag om vroegmôre te kom shopping doen nie. Hulle kan rustig na werk in die aand kom doen. So en alle winkels sal oop wees.
Presies. Dit sal lekker wees. Nou Andre, het jy miskien dalk net 'n boodskap vir ons mense daar buite?
Ja, ek wil net vir almal sê hulle moet safe wees. Hulle moet 'n goeie festive tyd geniet en kom met julle familie na ons toe.
Daar sê.
Kom kyk wat gaan hier aan.
Daar sê. Daar het julle dit nou gehoor uit die mond van Andre Diederiks, Center Manager van Dunes Mall. Kom kuier bietjie by die mall.
Ich spreche hier mit Annett Kötting, die Vorsitzende vom Gastgewerbeverband an der Küste.
Morgen, Erwin.
Wie geht's dir?
In Swakopmund mit Sonnenschein immer gut.
Dieses Jahr Corona, naja, das ist natürlich das Top-Thema. Erzähl mal, hat sich der Tourismus ein bisschen wieder erholt in den letzten Wochen und Monaten?
Erholt noch nicht. Es wird auch einige Zeit dauern, aber jetzt dadurch, dass Swakopmund immer lokale Leute hat, die um diese Jahreszeit nach Swakopmund kommen, ist es, dass es doch ein bisschen besser aussieht. Das, was uns natürlich Sorgen macht, ist, dass einige Restaurants und Sachen noch kein Alkohol sonntags verkaufen dürfen. Das natürlich der Industrie weiterhin immer sehr schadet und auch nicht gut ist, aber ja, wir sind positiv.
Ja, das ist die Hauptsache natürlich. Erzähl mal der Ausblick auf die Feriensaison. Jetzt, wie seht ihr das? Hofft ihr natürlich auf viele Touristen und Besucher aus dem Inland?
Wir hoffen auf ziemlich viele im Inland. Wir denken auch, dass da einige kommen werden. Die Flüge, die aus Europa kommen, sind auch voll ausgebucht. Wir haben auch einige Buchungen, die man sieht, die hier und da drinne sind. Es ist nicht das, was es immer war, aber wir hoffen drauf und hoffen auch, dass Leute, die vom Inland kommen, dran denken, dass wir Masken tragen müssen, dass wir immer sanitieren müssen. Wir wollen nämlich keinen Lockdown weiterhin haben und dass wir uns alle an die Regeln halten, die wir alle uns halten müssen und dass sie auch die Zeit hier unten genießen.
Ja, das ist auch meine nächste Frage. Befürchtet ihr vom Gastgewerbeverband, dass eine zweite Infektionswelle kommen könnte?
Wir hoffen es nicht, aber natürlich ist das in unserem Hintergedanken, wenn wir sehen, dass in Windhoek die Fälle hochgehen und im Land auch, dass wir uns wirklich dran halten, was die Regeln sind. Wenn Events da sind und es sagt 200 Leute, dass wir als Erwachsene dann auch sagen, okay, wir waren da, haben es abgehakt und dann anderen auch eine Chance geben, um den Event zu genießen. Dass wir uns wirklich an die Regeln halten, dass wir auch, wie soll ich sagen, mehr verständlich sind. Wenn wir im Restaurant sind, müssen wir alle dran denken, dass wir eine sehr lange Zeit Gäste nicht gesehen haben und das vielleicht im Service etwas länger dauert, als was man normal hatte. Dass wir alle einfach ein bisschen mehr verständlich sind, dass wir einander respektieren und dass wir auch dran denken, die Industrie hat wirklich geleidet. Das größte Problem oder einiges der Probleme, die wir jetzt haben, ist, jeder möchte einen weiteren Discount haben. Die Sachen sind aber auch nicht billiger geworden und wir müssen noch immer einen Dienst liefern. So, es muss auch dran gedenkt werden, wir fragen keine Corona-Preise, aber am Ende des Tages it's survival, dass wir alle dran denken müssen. Ne?
Na klar, ja. Danke vielmals, Annett, und alles Gute.
Danke.
And now for your weather and the tides. The sun was out between 6 minutes past 6 and 9 minutes past 6 and will set between 29 minutes to 7 and 21 minutes to 7 today for all the major towns in the Erongo region. The first low tide rolled in at 12 minutes past 4, followed by a high tide at 23 minutes to 11. The second low tide will arrive at 5:15, followed by a high tide at 28 minutes to 12 this evening. The best time to go fishing today is between 23 minutes to 6 and then 11 minutes to 7. Walvis Bay will experience a minimum of 13 and a maximum of 19 with a 15 km per hour strong southwesterly wind today, with a minimum of 12 and a maximum of 19 predicted for tomorrow. Swakopmund will experience a minimum of 13 and a maximum of 18 with a 13 km per hour strong southwesterly wind today, with a minimum of 12 and a maximum of 18 predicted for tomorrow. Henties Bay will experience a minimum of 13 and a maximum of 18 with a 13 km per hour strong southwesterly wind today, with a minimum of 13 and a maximum of 18 predicted for tomorrow. Arandis will experience a minimum of 9 and a maximum of 27 with a 13 km per hour west-southwesterly wind predicted for today, with a minimum of 9 and a maximum of 26 predicted for tomorrow. And moving inland, Usakos will experience a minimum of 9 and a maximum of 37 with a 7 km per hour strong west-southwesterly wind predicted for today, with a minimum of 9 and a maximum of 36 predicted for tomorrow. Karibib will experience a minimum of 10 and a maximum of 37 with a 13 km per hour strong southwesterly wind predicted for today, and a minimum of 10 and a maximum of 36 predicted for tomorrow. And finally, Omaruru will experience a minimum of 11 and a maximum of 38 with an 11 km per hour strong southwesterly wind predicted for today, with a minimum of 11 and a maximum of 38 predicted for tomorrow. And that concludes your weather and the tides. Now we've come to the end of another very informative episode of Erongo Talk, Leandria.
Yeah. Now you can check out our website at www.erongo.com.na. That's www.erongo.com.na for all the latest news happening here and in the Erongo region. You can also follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram.
Join our Facebook family,
Yes,
our
exactly.
social family.
Exactly. So you can see what's happening and what the Erongo Talk team is all about and doing and what's happening.
Yes, what's cooking?
Exactly. Now, and another thing is we have a WhatsApp number and we would like you to utilize it. Please utilize it. Let us know what's happening in your town or in your community, or let us know who would you like to see on Erongo Talk. That's at 0811 7040. That's 0811 7040. Now, like I said yesterday as well, please save that number because you can win some great money.
$1,000. 1,000 Namibian dollars.
And in a time of COVID, I think we all need that 1,000 Namibian dollars.
And we've been briefly through them all. There's so much nice things here that you can buy with $1,000.
So the idea is the Desert Dash is kicking off on Friday. That's in Windhoek, and it's going to conclude in Swakopmund on Saturday at the Plaza Meer Mall. So if you are a participant or a spectator or whatever, or you just decided like, hey, let's go check out the dash, you can make a 30-second video. Very important. It needs to be landscape, not portrait. Landscape, 30-second video, and you just send it to that number 0811 7040. That's 0811 7040, and you can walk away with $1,000 Namibian dollars.
They're starting in Windhoek,
Yes.
but they will conclude at
Swakopmund at the Plaza Meer
the
Mall.
Plaza Meer Mall.
So it can be of anything. Maybe you have someone that is riding the Desert Dash, and you have some nice video where they're coming down on the Kupferberg area. Send in that video, and you might be the lucky winner at the end of the day. And another thing that's happening is the Nedbank Food Fest. Now we also have another competition going on for our local entrepreneurs. So if you have a business and you don't have a stall and you'd like to be at the Food Fest, send your name, surname, a picture of yourself, and just tell us a bit about your business to 0811 7040. That's 0811 7040, and you can win a stall
You'll
free
have
of
the
charge.
space
Exactly.
to sell your stuff,
Exactly.
promote your stuff, to be in the face of customers.
Exactly. So please save that number, 0811 7040. It's a very easy number to remember. So until Friday, we're taking a bit of leave tomorrow.
Yes. We're going to rest and recuperate, and we're going to be ready and prepared for the dash.
Yes, definitely. So if you haven't liked our Facebook page yet, do that now. If you haven't checked out our website or liked us on Twitter or on Instagram, please do that now. We'll see you again on Friday with the latest entertainment news and just getting you into the weekend vibes. So until Friday, bye!